Hello everyone, welcome out on another stomp and explore, going back underground. I'm in Bakewell in Derbyshire. I'm walking up to meet Let's Explore, Phil, Nikita and the lads, and also a guy called Aidan. He's going to take us down something called Holme Bank Chert Mine, and he's going to show us around. Now this mine closed in 1960, but as I understand it, everything underground, the rails, the tubs, the cranes, the lot, are all still down there. Cheers for this, Aidan, mate.
My absolute pleasure. So we're down here at the bottom. We're going in this bottom level here. The bits marked in blue are probably what we're going to have a look at. So due to the way it was mined, certain areas are unsafe because they'd undercut the rock in order for it to fall down. So some of the areas of the mine we're actually going to avoid.
Helmet on, we're going in. I'm the only one without wellies.
There's nothing new there, guys.
As usual.
As usual. We've got some outside infrastructure which you don't tend to find with these. You normally just go in and add it, but there you go, look at that. And there's rails. Oh, mate. Right, let's get my torch on as well. Ow! Right, start as you mean to go on. Crack your head.
So this initial section that we're in was known as Holme Mine. So despite it being connected into Holme Bank, it was worked separately for a period of time and was owned by Holme Hall, which you saw on the way up on the right, the big manor house. So we're going to head down here and see the remains of an old conveyor belt.
We found a railway sleeper, Phil. Can't get away from him, mate.
I know what to imagine, but maybe.
Look at that.
We've got
oh, mate.
railway sleepers down here, so.
Oh, look at this.
Wow, it opens up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Goodness me. There's some cable here.
This has all been put in, hasn't it? Like workers.
Yeah.
What they call them, deads, don't they?
Yeah. So
Same principle, yeah?
all the waste rock, the stuff they didn't need, they use it to support the roof.
Yeah.
So they call them stacked deads. And behind that, it's got a good sort of visual of it here. That's what it would look like, and they'd backfill that with the stacked deads.
God, yeah.
Pulled up the roof.
I didn't expect it to be quite as large as this, Aidan. A lot of them you're hunched over, but
Yeah.
this is not too bad.
No, this is very different because it was such a big operation. I think we've got nearly 2 miles of tunnels here in total.
Oh my goodness. So as my understanding is, chert is used in the potteries, basically.
Yeah, so it was used in earthenware manufacture as a replacement to the old methods they were using, which would create a lot of dust and cause silicosis, so all the workers would die.
Oh, go on.
And there was a wet method that was invented, initially using iron to grind up the stuff they were manufacturing, but that created iron impurities in the pottery.
Right.
So they tried using chert instead, which is the beds above here that they were mining, and that created a high quality product.
I've got you.
So the primary use of the chert was in earthenware manufacture.
Oh, we've got water already.
Yes. Yeah. So this would have been dry at one point, and you can see some of the metalwork where they would have pumped the water out, because it wouldn't fill quickly, it would fill very, very gradually over time. So when they first came here, there would have been water, and they would have de-watered it whilst they were working. And obviously, since it's been abandoned, it's filled back up to its natural level. And you've also got a lovely hobnail boot, which I've not seen here before.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That was
I've
worth
not
coming
seen
in
that.
here. That was worth the journey just to see that.
I've not seen that in here before, so I don't know if it's been put there.
Amazing.
That's amazing.
That's so old.
Didn't they used to leave one shoe when they went up for the last time?
So,
I have heard something like that.
I think
yeah.
they did that in the slate mines when they
Yeah.
finished their career. They'd leave a shoe.
as I understand it, that is a Welsh thing to do with slate mines. You're quite right. I've not encountered that in Derbyshire mines before, but I don't know. Maybe because this was a stone mine, there was a similar association.
We'll leave a welly.
Leave a welly, yeah.
Wow, look at that.
Oh wow, yeah, this is low. Okay, so I'm.
You're going to like this bit, Rob.
Oh mate. Oh wow. Okay, let me come in so I can get out of your way less, so people can see. Goodness me. Oh,
wow.
a rock went up my bum then. Ow.
Absolutely.
You're right.
That is incredible.
Yeah.
Is there a sough here anywhere?
A sough?
So
To drain the water?
Yeah.
I don't think so, no. So a sough would be at the bottom of the mine to drain the water out. I believe they pumped the water out of this mine.
Okay.
So if there was a sough, that would be underneath the mine and would eventually feed into a river or stream. There was a mine we abbed down into it. It's fairly dodgy, lots of loose rock and material. And someone I was with said, just be careful, Aidan, when you go underneath here, because that rock moves. And just as she pointed at it, it's like this. It was hung up in the air, and it started moving like that on its own.
No.
And then stopped. Like, there was something showing us, this is the rock that she was talking about. Yeah. And that was weird. That's probably the weirdest thing I've seen. Because nobody was touching it. It started rocking and then stopped.
See, that looks like it's coming out, doesn't it?
Yeah, so some of the walls, like you can see here, it's bowing in. Like you can see over there, it could come down. Just obviously try and avoid leaning up against it or touching any of the rocks.
When did this originally open? Was it the 1770s?
Yeah, so I think it was 1778. So before that, they were working quarries, but it obliterated the land, and it wasn't very cost effective. So they decided to create mines because they very quickly ran out of quarry space, and it was, instead of deepening the quarry face, it was more cost effective to create adits into the hillside and haul the rock out that way. So it is technically a quarry, even though we're underground. So there's no argument as to whether it's a quarry or a mine. You can see here there's some supports up there holding a
They don't look that strong, do they?
shirty block up there.
Beautiful.
I'm going to get out from underneath that, Steve.
So the way they would have mined down here is the chert was too hard to blast through, so they undercut it. So we're going through the limestone. So limestone, a sedimentary rock, the layer that sits underneath the chert. They would have cut that out and then let the blocks fall down. So they'd support them with rock pillars, and then when they were ready, they'd blast them, let the rock fall down, and chop them up into 3-ton pieces to bring out to the surface.
Well, what is the story behind them having the newspaper cuttings here?
I believe that they just used to like something to read.
Oh, so these are literally left by the workers then? Amazing.
What's date on that? Did you hell of it?
I don't know what the date is on it, and I don't know if it was left by the workers. I'm assuming it likely was, but
Can't see date on it, can you?
Wow. So you've got a junction here as well then?
Yeah.
Sorry, mate.
yeah, the junction is a nice sort of split in the rails. So we're actually going to go through here, absolutely littered with artefacts. If you just sort of watch yourself, there's some sort of sharp pens on the rusty bits of metal here.
Wow, this is incredible. There's so much stuff.
Yeah. All the old screws and stuff, all still there.
And this closed in 1960, is that right?
I don't know. I think so, yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Small scale winter towards end, and then they usually private jobs, aren't they, towards the end of the work lives of mine, so 61 hours ago.
That sounds about right, yeah. All bits of piping. So they would have usually held up the roof with these sort of stone blocks. And I don't know why they didn't create a pack wall, a sort of a stack of deads here. They just created these pillars instead. And there's a similar thing on the other side, otherwise this would be open to the passage that's next to us. But as I say, it's just a roof support.
I can't see that that's going to be able to hold up much though, is it? That's not taking weight, is it?
It is, yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I know it doesn't look like it's taking much, but there will be huge stresses being enacted on those rocks. You know, so I doubt you'd be able to shift them very much.
Wow, look at all this rail. this narrow gauge rail just lying around. It is crazy to think that stuff just was abandoned and left for this long.
I know. Crazy.
Right, let's get down there then. Oh wow, so is that a chair there where they were sat and chilled out, or?
Yeah. So some people tell you it's a toilet. I believe it was actually an incinerator down here.
Right.
I don't know what they were incinerating. Yeah, these are all the original bits
Wow.
and pieces.
It's just amazing.
Absolutely littered with stuff. Literally just left everything here.
I know, look at that. Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Aidan's like, well, yeah, I see this every other day, mate. What have we got here then, Aidan?
It's an old
Oh man.
winch.
Wow.
It still works.
It's not a Victorian tumble dry then?
No. I mean, you could use it as one, I guess.
That is beautiful, isn't it?
Youngs of Birmingham.
Oh, it's even got the...
Yeah, have a go. Have a go. It's still got the windlass intact and everything.
Can't believe it still turns. That's incredible, mate.
Yeah,
That is unbelievable.
Aidan, this is awesome, mate. Oh wow. Here we go. Here's the junction,
Yeah.
and there's
we are,
where.
we are taking the left here.
Good man. Good choice.
Good answer.
Good choice.
You'll be happy to
I mean,
know.
down there's cool, but that is awesome.
Do you want to push, Gaz?
Oh, does it move? Oh, what?
Still turn. Get out of here.
Don't move it too much so it stays on the rails, and obviously
Yeah.
just one person at a time.
Oh, that's incredible.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Yeah, it's still. That would have held the box.
Oh, man.
Jesus Christ. I can't believe the wheels still turn. You've been down here with WD-40, haven't you? Before we got here. You must have done.
That's incredible.
Plus it's dry, isn't it? It's not a wet
Unbelievable.
Just a bit further ahead.
Oh, so there's been collapses, is there?
Yeah, yeah. It's usually because they undercut the rock in the hopes that it would fall down, and that's how they extracted it. So the bits that they've left are still at risk of falling down, and there are places in this mine where it you know, stuff moves.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Now-
we'd
now
have
he
to be
tells us.
mindful.
Oh, well, it looks like there's some sleepers down here. There are.
Yeah.
Sleepers on the floor as well, so another junction.
There's another junction, and again, we can't go down that way, unfortunately, because of where it leads to.
Okay.
We're heading up this way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another passage which takes you. Where does that one take you? To a series of workings which are fairly dangerous.
So that's what these arrows are about then. They're basically telling you, look, go that way, mate. Out.
They are. I don't know who's put them in. In this case, it's helpful because they do point you in the right direction, but you should never trust graffitied arrows underground because they often point you in the wrong place. And they could mean different things, different people.
Yeah, it could be someone trying to stitch you up. Yeah.
Genuinely, yeah, people do that. I know several places where that's happened.
Really?
Yeah, and they could mean it could be for somebody else to show them the way to something.
Got you.
You know, so this is the old smithy level, which
You could get lost here pretty easy, couldn't you?
you could. I mean, the surveys we're only here now. That's all we've done so far. All of this.
Wow.
So if you like, we can go down to smithy level to the second entrance, and then come back up this way just so you've seen it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, super.
Oh, mate. I forgot a hard hat, so Aidan's kindly lent me one, and it keeps falling down. But we're in crouching territory again now, so it's kind of, as far as mines go, because we go down quite a few lead mines. They're a lot more uncomfortable, and this one's been really open and comfortable to this point. But now I'm too tall for it.
Hey, what we got?
A moment of ecstasy about to happen, I think.
Oh, Jesus Christ, we've got Gandhi's flip-flop. Wow, another hobnail boot. That's amazing.
It is.
That's incredible.
They look tiny though, don't they?
Look at that.
Like size-wise.
Yeah.
Look at that.
People were malnourished compared to how we are today back then, so their feet would be a lot smaller.
Do you know what amazes me though? You know, we say things like that, but when we say about being malnourished, etc.,
Yeah.
how can you really be malnourished when you're coming down here chipping away at rock?
Well,
You wouldn't have the energy, would you? Surely.
It's such a good point. You know, like we think about what they did back then, and I don't. It's hard to think of anyone who'd have that level of fitness and that resolve to put themselves through that every day. And yet we do consider them to be malnourished.
Jeez Louise, look at that.
My
mate.
dog here has a spider costume that was different.
That's the one that got Frodo, I think.
Any cracks or fractures that are exposed, water will seep down into it, and when it ends up in a cavity like this, you can see these droplets. They'll fall to the ground, but they'll deposit a ring of calcium carbonate that it's collected as it's travelled through the rock, and then over a long period of time, that's when these formations are formed. So we've got the start of straws or stalactites in the ceiling. Yeah, if you just try and avoid touching the sides of the wall as you're coming through here, please, because it does bow in a little bit.
Oh mate, it really does bow.
The side of the wall, were they what were taken out when they dug it out?
So the sides of the wall are refuse material, the stuff that wasn't any use. So instead of spending a load of money dragging it out, they used it to support the roof. So the whole mine, if none of this stuff was here, would be a huge open cavity, and it would collapse in on itself because it would just collapse under its own weight.
That mark of all the sleepers on the floor is incredible, isn't it?
Yeah,
That looks awesome.
it is.
I've got my torch on. No, I haven't.
And all the mud
is.
has been brought in by walkers.
There's another junction then.
Yeah,
God, there's plenty of. They all look the same, though, don't they? That's why I was thinking you could get lost pretty easy.
we do. Yes.
Are these dynamite plugs, these?
Let's have a look. No, that's for the surveyors.
Oh, right.
So we can see we've got the where they painted there, and so they'll stand at one of these and they'll look to the next one, which will be that piece of orange string, and they calculate what you call the L rod, left, right, up and down, the distance between the two stations.
Oh, right, okay.
And that's how they create a survey, a scale model of the mine. So obviously we have all mines had to submit an abandonment plan when they closed, but they weren't always accurate because it could have been from any period of time that the mine was operating. So for later explorers, people have come in. This is the most up-to-date survey.
Where are we now then?
So at the moment we are at this junction just here. So we're about to turn left and head towards the working face.
Right.
Yeah.
The final working phase.
The final, yeah, this is the end of the mine here.
And what year was that?
I don't know off the top of my head.
Right.
It was 1960, 61, I think.
Yeah,
Was
I think
it?
it was around the 60s, yeah.
So we're going right, are we?
We're going left.
We're going left.
We're going left, yeah. So yeah, this is the one where the walls really do bow in quite a
Oh
bit.
my goodness, yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And we should be able to see a chain hanging down in a moment.
Favourite Fleetwood Mac song, that.
Yeah. Chain.
It just makes me think of Murray Walker and Formula One.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, yeah. Great song, great band. I'm a big fan, mate.
Amazing band.
My brother has actually strummed Lindsay Buckingham's guitar. When I
Really?
seen him live and he come walking down near him.
Oh right, I don't know if he'd broken into his house or something.
No! No.
Oh wow.
I know. Ain't it amazing, eh? Look at this. Jeez Louise. Yeah. Just look at the walls, how they're just... Look at these blocks here.
I mean, will this, will it come in eventually? I mean, hopefully not today.
Yeah,
but,
Not today, no. Hundreds of years' time, maybe, yeah.
right.
We'll all start collapsing, eventually.
I'll just make sure I'm not on a tour in 100 years' time down here.
I think the difference with caves and mines is mines were built by humans for the purpose of extracting the mineral or material
Yeah.
that they wanted. They weren't necessarily built to last huge amounts of time.
Look at that. So what would that have been used for? That chain there, Aidan?
I don't know. If I was to guess, it would perhaps be for winching stuff onto the carts, but that's a guess.
Oh yes, of course. Yeah. I mean, would they have had horses down here, or would it just be men pushing the tubs up and down these?
It would have been men, and then later compressed air. So they'd have a bit like that winch you saw, but one that's operated by
gotcha.
compressed air, and that would have pulled the carts out.
Would these be basically like essentially somewhere like for someone to go and stand if the tubs are coming flying down?
Yeah, refuge.
A refuge. That
Yeah,
was the
so
word I
there's
couldn't find.
stuff here so they could.
Got you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's still wooden sleepers knocking about.
Yeah.
Ah, look at this. Just, I don't even want to touch it. just in case. So again, unfortunately, it's kind of crouch territory now. But we're coming up to the final working face. So the last place they were working this mine up into the 1960s.
So I think it's got quite an interesting story. I'd imagine that this would have been bored out for a stick of dynamite potentially, and after it's been blasted, that very piece of rock has been used as a refuse material, the Bakewell. So you know it's had a bit of a journey to get there and it's had its uses. Yeah.
So Aidan, you were saying it's about a kilometre.
So from where we've started to where we're going, it's roughly maybe a little bit less than a kilometre to the working face.
Wow.
So we're nearly there. So we've walked quite a way to get there.
Yeah, it's amazing.
You don't realise how far you're walking, really, but, you know.
No.
No, the thing is, what's weird as well is when you think about what's above us.
Yeah.
But I didn't think you wanted to think about what was above us.
No, I didn't, and now I have.
About them undermining the rock, and then they start to build up these stone pillars. Yeah. And then underneath there, you can see that is right to the end of the mine there. They obviously started working on this section, but it just never got finished.
So they would undermine like that, like you say, and then the plan would be then they'd pull that whole wall down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These
blow them up.
Yeah.
These pillars would be taken out, and then the whole thing would come tumbling down.
Jeez.
What a way to do it.
It must have been so loud underground when one of them come down.
Oh yeah.
I don't think, dangerous.
Yeah.
It's probably like one of the most dangerous things I've heard of.
They could weigh many tons. As I say, I think they could weigh up to 200 tons. Some of them.
Whoa.
Ridiculously heavy.
That's hard to compute that weight, 200 tons. I'm being aware of getting close to that. Oh my goodness. That's just a beer mat, isn't it?
Even a bit of
They're
wood
stuck
in
under
there,
that. Wow, that's that. Yeah, I'm gonna.
So that whole lot could go at any time, really, couldn't it?
It's more of a climb now. So we've come away from that face, and we're coming up a bit further out into the workings. Incredible.
Very uneasy, this bit, isn't it?
Oh mate,
Look at that.
that to me is insane. That's holding that up.
I know.
Is that literally holding up the roof?
Yes.
Oh god. I was hoping he was going to laugh at me and go, of course not. Jeez. Oh no, don't say that.
Wow, I can't believe, look at this. This is holding up. Frigging roof. That is
This is just madness.
mad. So don't do what I just did.
No. That's crazy.
What a place.
Oh man, look at this. This is almost like slate.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? How it's falling away.
Well, that literally is slate. Oh, look at this. That was the rock that Aslan died on, wasn't it?
The rock that Aslan died on.
Didn't the rock crack in half in Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe? Or I might have just misremembered.
You can see how loose it is up there.
Oh my goodness me.
Hence we don't go that way.
No, that could just come down, couldn't it?
Good. Yeah.
Wow.
What were you saying about your life insurance, Gareth?
Okay, so we'll clamber back down now. Amazing though. I mean,
We've gone back down.
I actually feel less terrified than I expect to be, given what I'm doing. Here we go. So the walls are bowing as well, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Jim Bowen.
Yeah.
God, look at that chain.
Bullseye. No road. No shit. Look at that.
Mate.
Bloody hell.
Oh mate, there's been a collapse here as well, Steve.
Yeah. Hit the dust.
Goodness me. So these, I mean, you can see where the wood's rotted. That these were sleepers, and then there's just been a huge collapse.
Yeah, there has.
Fell from the left into it.
The wall bows enough, and all the refuse comes out like this.
Oh man.
Yeah, and imagine over a gradual period of time, but even so, you know, something that size is enough to cause you a lot of damage, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know,
See, it puts into perspective when you're still stood there, Aidan, and that is bowing like that. Wow.
It does. It does. and we do have fairly old graffiti.
All right.
Bit of an argument to say whether that says 1984 or 1934.
You just seen
Maybe George Orwell's down here.
I think that's an 80 to me. What is it to you?
That's 1984.
1984. Okay, so we're going now into a section which is kind of a bit off the beaten track, where there's some flooded workings, and you can tell as soon as you get into this bit, as soon as you start crouching, you know you're in an area that's sort of slightly less accessible. But let's have a look.
Don't worry, it gets a bit bigger over here.
Does it open up? Does it?
Yep.
I'm not gutted by that, I have to say. I'm going to feel me back in the morning.
6 foot 1.
Oh mate, ow! Yeah, it is starting to open up a bit now. And there's still plenty of rails, look. So this would have all, because you can see the markings of what would have been the sleepers and stuff. So here we go, some water down there. And we've got some water down here as well, look. Got some chains, some tracks. Wow. Here we go.
There.
Oh yeah, some flooded.
And over
Yeah.
here as well. This is actually a dive line.
This is actually what, sorry?
This is a dive line.
A dive line, oh okay.
The dive base is here.
Ow. Wow.
It doesn't look deep from here, but it is.
Oh, that's a diving line, is it?
Yes.
So people go down and literally dive through that, swim through that bit?
Wow.
Oh, you wouldn't get me doing that.
No, you
Jeez.
fancy it, mate.
No.
It's the world's most dangerous hobby, you know.
Oh, there we go, I can see the light in the distance.
Sorry, isn't it?
Yeah, you're a rock man, I'm a garage.
There we go. There we go. Natural light. Oh, mate. You can feel it. It's bright in it on your eyes when you've been underground for that long. Mate. Aidan, total legend. Thank you so much, mate. Amazing. So we're out of the mine now. Aidan, what a legend. But he's brought us outside because there's actually some of the Chert Mine workings visible outside. Wow.
There you go. So, rare in there.
That is incredible.
Amazing. And that is still in situ. And I do know that because I did read it online the other day, so...
And that is actually one of the entrances over there.
That's amazing.
What?
Oh, so you can get into the mine there through that door?
Yeah. So
Oh,
that's
wow.
entrance to the mine there.
That's how
one of
Dave
them.
knew the crane were there.
Look at that.
That's amazing.
It's even got the hook on it.
Yeah.
We're just sort of sharing the commentary, aren't we? I like that.
That's good, isn't it?
To me, to you.
Yeah, to me, to you, to me.
Oh, mate.
So this is private land. We're not going to take the piss too much. Are we, Gareth?
No, only a little bit. So that's us. That was great fun. Aidan, thanks so much. Cheers, guys. We'll see you next time.
Yeah.
See you later.